In our continuation of our notes for database management systems, SQL, we're now going to be looking at unspecified where clause and also how to convert a bag into a set with the use of distinct. And we've mentioned this previously. If we have something with a query and we want to have just one thing, because remember, whenever we do something like this, we are going to get duplicates because a SQL relational table is a bag of tuples, not a set of tuples. So this is going to be converting it from a bag into a set. But first, let's look at unspecified where clause. All tuples of the relation in the from clause are selected where so if we don't have a where, all tuples of the relations in the from clause are selected where and our where is going to be true. So this is kind of confusing unless we look at an example. Looking at our query 9, if we're asked to retrieve the social security number values for all employees, we're just going to select the social security number, and this is from all employees. We don't need a where, it's automatically set equal to true because we're selecting all employees and we don't need a condition. Now this is similar for our query 10 as well. The Cartesian product is formed between the employee and the department, so that's just something to note there. Now we're going to look at the use of distinct. So for our use of distinct, if we want to convert a bag into a set, if we want to convert a bag into a set, we'll have something like this. So this is our first example. Q11, select salary from employee. Now the Q11 answer change that we're going to want to do, because remember, this is going to get all of the salaries from our employee table. Now if we have distinct in front of salary, the highlight is just to make it a note, but if we have distinct, select distinct salary, and then from employee, that means we're not going to have any duplicates inside of here. Next, we're going to look at an example. The first one is to list each employee's last name if the employee works on the project that is controlled by a department with the manager SSN of this. So we want to list the employee's last name. That's going to be our select. We're selecting the last name. And this comes for employee, so in our from we're going to have employee. Now it works on the project that's controlled by the department. So we should have a project and department in our from as well. So project, department, and I missed it a second ago, but there's this works on right here. That's going to go right here. So works on is included in this. And then we have our where. So this is our condition. We have to link all of these together. We're going to join everything. So notice how we have our P no going to P number. So we set them equal to each other. And we have our D num going to our D number. And our ESSN equaling our SSN. So our works on goes to our employee. And then we also have our manager SSN right here, going to be equal to a specific number so that this can match with our SSN to see if this is what we're wanting. That's going to be it for this first one. Now this next one is very similar. Instead of having the SSN, it's going to be the last name of Smith. So that means we are going to have to make a second instance of our employee. So we have employee as E and employee as M. So we're just naming these two different things. And then we're just going with that and naming everything else. So we have department as D, project as P, and works on as W. Now we've previously covered this, and this is in the playlist link below the like button, where we have our aliases where we're renaming things. And when we use this, we want to list the employee's last name if the employee works on the project, ... controlled by last name Smith. So this is E for the employee, last name, so we get that there. And then we have our condition, where, and then our condition is down here. We have our W, and the W is for the works on. So works on P no, works on project number is going to our P project number, and that's the same thing with here. We're just using the aliases right here to solve for this. Now, when we get to the last name, we have to do m.last name because we're doing this as the manager last name is Smith, and our d.manager SSN is equal to m.ssn. So what we're basically saying is that our department manager social security number must equal to our manager social security number. And that's it for this example. In the next video, we're going to be looking at set operations and some more down here.